Hello and welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora, life coach and companion on this beautiful journey called life. I'm so excited to be recording this episode. I'm so excited to connect with you, and hopefully I'm creating something that brings you value, that on one level or another, in one way or another, helps you to connect back to yourself and to find ways to live your most authentic life that you could possibly dream of. Today, I want to talk about your advisors. The people that you have in your life that you seek advice from, that you look up to, that are role models, that are people in your life that helped you in the past find your ways. And sometimes it's family members, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's professionals. And what I'm learning right now is that sometimes we are so lost. Sometimes we are so desperate to find a path, to feel clear, to know what is going to happen in our life and where we're going to end up, that we seek advice from people who on the surface seem very competent and who in the past helped you greatly, but maybe in other instances they were not good advisors. But you couldn't see that because you were so lost and desperate that you just wanted any kind of advice from outside, because you felt that anything could help you get unstuck and feel found again. I'm going to give you a little example right now. So I just got engaged recently, which is very big and very exciting for me. And my mom back then didn't really have a wedding celebration. She only signed papers with my dad. And that was it. And my grandma had a wedding celebration that she doesn't like to look back to. It was a weird wedding in a backyard, even in a garage. And it was, I don't know, she felt very weird on that day. And so now that I got engaged, they started talking about wedding and celebrations and wedding dress, and people who know me know that I was never the kind of girl who dreamt up anything about weddings or wedding dresses. I'm pretty neutral about it, I want to say. And now that I'm engaged, I'm feeling excited. And so I started talking with them about a possible celebration and wanting to choose my wedding dress with them. And my grandma took me aside yesterday and told me that, the world is going through a recession. And my mom didn't have a proper wedding. She didn't have a proper wedding. So she really hopes that I'm not going to get too excited about a beautiful dress and celebration, because this is not what life is about. And that was it. We left, and later on, coming back home, I told my soon-to-be husband, my fiance, about this, and he got so mad, and I couldn't really understand why. And he just said, yeah, well, they had their experience and they will be advising you in their ways what feels best for them. But maybe that's not best for you. Maybe you want something else, and maybe you can Find ways that you get to express yourself in a way that is most authentic to you and not according to some other people's plans, even though it's your family. So from that experience, I want to share with you and make you aware that sometimes you will be asking for advice. You will have people sharing their opinion with you, and you will put yourself in a position of, I don't want to say victim, but a position of desperation where you seek advice and you will take it in, you will drink it like a magic potion, but maybe there's a little bit of poison in there. Maybe there's a little bit of jealousy in there. Maybe there's a big chunk of limiting beliefs in there that you then swallow in from another person. And if you make and base your decisions on those advisors and mentors, you will end up in a place in your life that will not feel like you, that will make you feel very limited and small, because of course the limiting beliefs of other people are not yours. So sometimes we have to be brave enough to sit in discomfort, to sit in not knowing, in uncertainty, and to really go within, to allow silence, to feel yourself, to experience yourself, and from that space, make decisions that are most authentic to you. And you got to strengthen that muscle, because you will have people very close to your heart giving you advice that is not good for you at all. And it is not that they are mean-tempered, ill-tempered, or, don't want the best for you. They want the best for you. But sometimes what they think what is the best for you is not the best for you. And this is so extremely tricky, especially when you're close to these people. So whatever it is you seek advice on, is it career? Is it relationship? Is it marriage? Is it, big life changes that you want to make in the future? Always be aware that people have their own limiting beliefs. They have their own agenda, and they will give you advice from their space of knowledge. There's very few people out there who have big empathy and big knowledge and give advice for free that is then serving you 100% and helping you grow. And sometimes you gotta ask several people and have several opinions. But it is always, always, always important to go within and to really dig deep and find out who you are. What makes you you? What is the life that you want to create for yourself? And especially if it is different to the life that your parents or caregivers led, you have to seek advice from people who are leading that life already, who have done the steps. And when you seek advice from them, also be critical. Don't just step into their footprints, because you are not them. But you can listen to their advice, to their opinion, and counter-check, check if it resonates with your soul, with your inner truth. Nobody except you knows what is best for you. Nobody knows your potential, and sometimes you don't even know your own potential. This is why I'm so passionate to help people get to know themselves, because it is from that space that you're going to make decisions that are good for you. And it is from that space that you will find courage enough to distance yourself from people that you desperately want to be in a relationship with, but that don't help you when it comes to your personal growth. You might feel very lonely at times when you start making decisions that are not in alignment with those old people, so to say, anymore. But if you want to lead a happy life, a life true to yourself, you will have to bring up some courage. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. I love you so much. I care so much about your well-being, and hope that you always know that there's somebody out there willing to listen to you and wanting to connect with you. You're not alone. And I will be out there on a more consistent basis again. And I'm very excited to show up for you and for my little podcast here. So until then, take really good care. If there's any questions, any remarks, any comments, feel free to connect with me over Facebook. And I would love you to take a second or so to rate and review my podcast on Apple Podcast. It means the world to me. And if I was able to bring you value, insights, and reflection, then that would be the greatest gift in return. Thank you so much. Until next time.